So what's New Year's Eve usually like for you? Is it a big deal, or are you kind of just like, let's get on to New Year's Day and move forward?
I think it's important to celebrate.
Yeah.
I like to reminisce about the year and, make a couple New Year's resolutions and celebrate. I don't know.
All right, Jelly, what about you?
I've done it both ways.
Both ways? Okay.
Sometimes the wife and I will just lay up in bed and eat cereal in bed, which is like a thing we normally don't do.
Yes.
But sometimes we'll go out and turn one on. I just kind of have a rule not to go out drinking on amateur night.
That's really good advice.
That's definitely one of those nights.
That's what my dad used to tell me. He's like, the real alcoholics will go out on a Tuesday, not on New Year's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think I'll stick with the real drunks.
I'm all for like the cereal in bed and just hang out at home.
For sure.
Man. All right. New Year's resolutions. I am someone that does not make resolutions. Especially not at the beginning of the year, because I feel like that's when I try to like wait a couple months before I start to set some goals for the year. But you already got some, or?
I made one to read more books last year, and I read a couple books.
You read a couple books?
I feel good. This year, I want to get better at guitar because I feel like I kind of suck, and I want to be better.
We don't do resolutions, but my wife and I make vision boards in January every year.
Love that.
I like that.
So it's kind of a thing. And then we look at them at the end of the year, and we kind of go, okay, what did we accomplish and what didn't we?
2023 was a really big year for a lot of different things in your life, but that album was super, super special. What was it like putting out a full project and kind of letting people into a lot of different sides of you?
It was unreal, man. It was a dream of mine, obviously, to drop a country album at some point in my life, and I thought this one worked out perfect. I made it about my childhood church, which has been really cool to kind of. This has kind of helped me deal with some of my childhood trauma to a degree, because I got to go back and relive some of this. I went back to that old church. I went back to my old neighborhood. What's during the documentary. It's kind of been a year of full circle for me, because the thing that happens when you finally become successful, especially in the music business, is people want to know where to start at. And it's been a long time since I've kind of reconciled with my past. So it's been. I think this album was deeper than people will ever know.
What would you want to say to young version of you? Would you want it, give them a heads up like, hey, one day you're going to release this album?
Oh, dude, I'd say buckle in, big baby. Man, you have no clue. You're going to end up marrying a blonde bombshell that just loves your dirty draws. You're going to end up going on to break records. It's going to, because he needed to hear that.
Yeah.
That kid felt no value. He felt worthless, So he needed to hear that, and just to tell him that, man, you can't even, the stuff you think's going to work for you ain't even close to how much really going to work for you. Dream bigger.
And this, I feel like, is going to be an interesting answer, and yours will both probably be different, but who do you think would be the most fun to spend New Year's Eve with in the country music world? I'm glad I'm spending it with you guys.
Yeah.
But who would be the most fun to spend it with?
I feel like John Party seems like a party.
Yeah.
I'd like to take one of them young dudes out and teach them how to party. Give me Bailey Zimmerman.
I was going to say.
Give me Bailey. Give me Bailey Zimmerman. Bailey Zimmerman.
I think it would be a good idea for Bailey Zimmerman to go out on New Year's Eve with you, so that we make sure that he's taken care of.
Morgan Wallen's another one. But
Yeah.
it's a biased thing, because I partied with Morgan and Ernest, and they're a hoot.
Did you guys get to take any moments off and actually vacation and take some time this year?
I got married this year. So
Oh, that's a good one.
Did you honeymoon?
we did. Went to Costa Rica, and we were in the jungle. There were like monkeys and sloths everywhere. We had the best time. It was amazing.
Yeah, that's
Awesome.
It was so sick.
That's pretty good. What about you? Best trip this year?
Yeah, so actually, as busy as I've been before the year started, like January 3rd,
Okay.
me, my wife, and entire family flew to the Dominican Republic into Punta Cana. And we got a big house on the beach there, and we spent 5 days together, just the 7 of us family members, and it was awesome. And we went to Florida right before my tour started with all 35 of my family members.
Whoa.
So.
Wow.
Do you guys have a favorite New Year's Eve memory that you can tell us?
Mine was Y2K. I was a kid, and like every other kid, we thought the world was ending. So we were living like that night, and it was special, man. I don't want to go into details.
I was like, well, you can tell us about it.
We truly believed that it was, a real thing that was going to happen. So we lived like it, and it was awesome. I also realized how old I am, because Madeline was probably 2. You know what I'm saying?
Guess I remember that one.
Yeah. Maybe not the same.
Yes,
Yeah, not
for
the same
sure.
way. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, I feel like I've had some good New Year's.
Yeah.
In where I grew up, we would have bonfires in the forest. So
My
as
parents-
a 14-year-old, we'd be out in the woods at night.
Yeah.
Celebrating for some
Bush
reason,
parties
so,
were
yeah.
always a fun time. What does new music look like for you guys in the new year? please tell me you're both going to maybe drop an album or something like that.
I'm not sure. I think probably an EP.
Okay.
But I'm really excited about these new songs. I feel like they're really honest. I feel like it's my best like work yet for sure. And hopefully change the game a bit. So
awesome, Jelly. Another album? Okay,
baby.
good.
Big album too.
Awesome.
Probably do 2. I might do 2 small.
Why not? Why not
projects or
do
something.
3?
I'm gonna do
3.
a lot. I'm gonna drop a lot of music. I didn't drop a lot of music last year because I was so busy.
Yeah.
But I've got a little time off. I wrote a lot of songs on the bus this year.
Yeah.
And me and Zach have been sitting around, and we did a writers retreat this last weekend and wrote a bunch of songs together. So I'm excited, man. I love this stuff. You know, I just not a gimmick for me. It's not it's a thing that I sit at home and they're like, he's finally got a day off, and I get 2 of them in a row, and the third day I'm somewhere calling a writing friend going, you want to write a song?
Yeah.
It's just who I am. It's just in my DNA to release music. It's my therapy. I'd lose my mind without it. So you can count. I won't be like most artists. I won't album cycle every 3 years.
Oh,
you can
perfect.
count on me coming every year, baby. I'm coming annually like taxes.
What are you most looking forward to in 2024?
music, shows, still just living the country dream. I'm excited to be married. You know, I feel like it's like a really, really great season of life.
Yeah.
As well.
You only get to do it the first time one time, Madeline. So I hope you enjoy it.
Yes.
It's incredible. It's the best decision I ever made was marrying my best friend, so I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm just looking forward to putting out music and touching people, man. I just want to help people. It's so cool, man, that I spent my whole life worried about everything in life and finances and security, and I've never been more secure and never been more stable in my life and never been happier with my family and the music I'm putting out. So I just want to bless as many people as I can next year.